That's right, I'm back, answering stupid questions on the internet, part 2. Hi everyone, I am MancBasTurd, and this is part 2 of answering stupid questions on the internet. Before we get to that though, if you're new to the channel, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell to make sure that you receive alerts and notifications. I have a funny feeling that this episode is going to start to reveal a lot more about me than I anticipated as a person. Let's get straight into it then with our first question, our first stupid question that we found on the internet. If you were suddenly arrested for no reason and your face was flashed all over the news, what would your family and friends assume that you did? Right, okay, for anyone that knows me, knows that I can be incredibly arsey and controlling when it comes to my driveway. I had an incident a couple of years ago when I first moved into the property that I'm in now, where we live across the road from a school, and I should have anticipated this. However, it doesn't excuse blind ignorance and stupidity, although I have a problem with parents occasionally parking across my driveway, and I normally finish work at a time where they're all picking up their little bundles of bastard from school. So I get home from work one day and someone has parked across my driveway, and they're not even quick. They don't get back to the car until about 15 minutes after school finishes. It's about the third time it's happened in a week, and this unfortunate soul ends up on the end of my wrath, so to speak. So I blocked the front of their car in with I was driving at the time an Audi A3. So I blocked the front end of their car in with my Audi A3, and I went and sat down behind their vehicle for approximately 45 minutes. There are examples of it somewhere on Facebook Live. If I can find it, I'll no doubt upload that to YouTube as well, because that was incredibly fun at the time. My Facebook Live, everyone enjoyed it at my expense. People pissed themselves. My wife was incredibly embarrassed. The funny part was I went to look around high schools for my eldest, and walking into one room a couple of days later, said person who blocked my driveway was also walking into that room. I had to bugger off and go and look at a different room. So most likely I will have gone batshit mental for someone blocking my driveway and no doubt lost the plot. Fucking run them over or something like that. I don't know. That's probably along the lines of what I'm most likely to get arrested for. If you were to appoint a president of the internet, who would it be and why? Ryan Reynolds. Because it's fucking Ryan Reynolds. I don't think that needs a why. It's Ryan Reynolds. Any bloke out there, any straight and gay, but in fact any male out there regardless of sexual orientation will understand why I have said Ryan Reynolds. Next question. If you were put in charge of creating a brand new global holiday, what would you name it and how would it be celebrated? What time of year would it be held? Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh. A new holiday. New holiday. What would I call it? I don't know. That's a good one. Ooh. I don't know. I just quite honestly appreciate a day off work. So either way, it's got to be during the week. So it's got to be a bank holiday, and it will be on a Monday or a Friday. Got to have a long working weekend, most likely a Monday. I hate that feeling of impending doom that you get on a Sunday night when you have to go back to work. In regards to what it would be for, I don't actually know. I mean, we've got Father's Day, that's on a Sunday though. Mother's Day, that's on a Sunday. I think, here's a good one, I think for one day a year, depending on that one particular video game or highly anticipated video game, probably one of the biggest ones of the year, so it's most likely going to be a Grand Theft Auto or something along those lines, should be selected for video game day. And on video game day, anyone that owns a console gets a day off work, not in holiday entitlement. You just get a day off work to go and play a video game that's newly released. So something highly anticipated like a new Grand Theft Auto title or something along them lines, and you get to have the day off work and go play video games. It's a bank holiday. That'd be a good one. I like the sound of that. Next one. You can make one of your body parts detachable without any negative repercussions. What body part would it be and why? Probably my dick, so I could go start a fucking OnlyFans. No, in all seriousness, probably not my dick. I don't want that coming off and losing it. I don't know. What about your face? Like Mr. Potato Head. You'd take your nose and your ears off. I mean, like, can you swap? I don't know. Can you swap with other people that have that ability as well? I don't know. Any major body parts? I mean, I don't like the idea of them necessarily being detachable. I mean, I use my hands. I use my feet. Nose, that come off, you look like Voldemort. Eyes? I don't know. I tell you what, be a good one, right? Does anybody remember Real Monsters, right? And then there was that lad, I think was he Crumb? And he was a guy that had his eyeballs in his hands, but he could roll his eyeballs about and he could still see where his eye was, even though he wasn't with his eye. So what about if you could take your eye out and then you could pop it in another room, a bit like a camera? I don't know, that's a little bit gross. I don't think I'd fancy it. I get the EBGBs over touching my eyes though, so I don't think I'd fancy it, like taking them out my eye sockets. Could do it with your ears though, if you could take your ears off and then like leave that in a room, like an hearing device. But again, if you lost it, what if someone picked it up or he got nicked by a pigeon or something like that? That'd be a bit shit. Oh, I don't know. Another one worth thinking about, possibly. Last question for today. Your life is now a video game. What are some of the cheat codes that you can use and what do they do? Oh, there's been some brilliant cheat codes, but I'm taking, if we're talking about life, I'm taking inspiration from The Sims. So unlimited money, that cheat's going in there. If anybody can remember what that cheat was, let me know in the comment section below. But there was an unlimited cheat money in The Sims. Probably something similar in Football Manager. That's the one that City have got at the minute. Unlimited money cheat. You know what I'm talking about. That'd be unlimited life. I like the idea of being immortal. Maxing out my powers or maxing out my stats. I've already got pretty high intelligence, so I don't need to worry about that. Same with charisma. I'm good. Maybe strength. I'd give myself a strength buff. I don't know. Something along those lines. That's a good idea though, isn't it? Cheat codes, what else? Spawnable weapons and cars. I mean, Grand Theft Auto had that nailed. Imagine just being able to sort of put a number in your phone and then a tank rocks down on your driveway. Make the commute to work a lot easier in and around Greater Manchester on the M60 if I had a tank. Fucking roll through everything on the M60. Out the way, fuckers. Yeah, I think there'd be a few cheat codes. I mean, if anybody can remember some decent cheat codes that'd be helpful in life. There was a really good one in FIFA years ago. I think it was FIFA 2000, where if you put a daft cheat code in, your players would get abducted by aliens and it'd put them down in the statistics of the game of having been sent off. So that'd be a good one. It was a bit slightly daft, but yeah. I don't want anything stupid like big heads. No, I don't want a big head. I mean, I've already got a bit of a big head as it is. Luckily, I'm proportionate to the rest of my body. You know what I mean? I'm fat. But most likely, immortality, buffs on strength, money cheat. I mean, they're the easy ones to go for. I mean, they're the ones that I can think of off the top of my head. So yeah, that's where we're at for Stupid Questions this week. Thank you very much for joining me for Stupid Question Time. I look forward to seeing you again soon in another episode of Stupid Questions that I answer on the internet. Look forward to seeing you all again soon. Cheers very much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe.